How come the stocks are taking such a plunge today, Delta and American being the two worst in the S&P, at least for the airlines?
Yeah, thanks. So Delta has actually lowered unit revenue guidance for the second time in 2 months. Initially, they had thought it would be up 3 to 5% for the quarter, then 3.5%, now 3%. And that is actually a concern.
Why, though, were they not anticipating this? What's the big surprise to the street?
Yeah, so I think there's two things. One is there was one extra day, shopping day, for retailers this year. But when you look at the calendar, people work till December 21st this year versus till December 16th last year. And that extra week, Delta thought that they would see more business traffic than actually materialized, number one. And number two, the yields they were seeing that last week really reflected a shift in mix from corporate to leisure. And so yields didn't materialize as well. And then the only other thing I'd say, the difference between Delta and the rest of the industry is that Delta guides very aggressively, and they almost never make their guidance versus the rest of the airlines tend to tell you what they're seeing. Delta puts out big numbers and then hopes that their team can live up to that, and that's just not what happened this year.
Helane, what's the average hedge price?
Actually, it's come down quite a bit. If you look at where oil is, it's come down, and jet fuel costs have come down from over $2.40 a gallon to into the high $1 range. The forward curve shows jet fuel in the 160 range, to, depending upon which market we're looking at, 160 to 180. So when you're thinking about pricing going forward for the rest of the year, you've got to think, even though oil has come down, you can't just change your model and raise your earnings estimate. You have to lower your revenue forecast as well, and that's what investors are doing. And I think there's clearly a lot of concern, a lot of nerves with respect to the group. Nobody really wants to step up.